TF, you have a HUD in real life. What will be some interesting information you can find on the display? When the current objective switches to survive. Fallout HUD danger. AMLL. Change of plans. Forget your original objective. Eliminate everyone. 2020 intensifies. Vitamin deficiency levels. How many calories I am above or below to maintain current weight. Current stress level. Physical and mental. Current ailments I have. Mental and physical. Time. And temperature. Stress level. Yes. Mental stress level is high. Mental stress level is rising because it was high. Repeat. Man. Imagine the biosensors that would have to be in you to keep up with all this data. Not to mention how expensive it would be. I want it all. Honestly, this would make life so much easier in some ways. It would make knowing what's going on in your body and mind simple. Assuming it doesn't get all fudged up with viruses or something. I would really like to have this. I like it. I'd add blood pressure, pulse, O2 levels, and for me personally blood sugar levels. Because I'm diabetic. I'd like everything you mentioned but with a night vision and heat detection mode also. Ooh, look at Mr. Healthy who wants to maintain his current weight. I just want to know how much my poop weighs. PM Avelian equals OMOYM Kale 1 at Mare Mount MLCCTNE MOLULAMEUCE Menisum Com LAMWUA Lal NLE I equals 16. Nearby, i.e. restaurants, shopping, gas, whatever fits your fancy, and a GPS. I'd get lost even with that lol. Just for fun I made a little app that did that for a pair of our glasses I was working with and it feels so fucking cool. The fucking time and date. Honestly, if I could have that shit in front of me just to be reminded, that'd be great. Mission objectives for tasks of the day would be cool too. Names and birth dates of people when they're in front of me along with some notes about them. TBH, I would forget to look at the time. Honestly, always knowing what time it is seems like a nightmare. Watching the seconds tick by would make it hard to ever relax. I don't know where to ask in your top comment, so here it goes. What the fuck is in HUD? TM. Sitting here reading the comments thinking that everyone's talking about what a real life housing and urban development would be like. Edit. Yeah, all I got it. You can see all the comments underneath, they say the same thing. But the names only appear when you engage them in PvP. Mission objectives. Bullshit around. Work 74% completed. I could get behind that. That would be great, except you'd be constantly reminded the dishes are needing to be done, but you have no intention of doing them until you run out of silverware. People gonna be working out and be looking at the time. Damn, it's only been 2 minutes? Dude, get a phone with always on display. I always keep it within arm's reach so I can just glance over and see the time. Some sort of gauge or percentage counter on how much more you need to wipe your ass. Not to mention a % probability for a second wave. I wipe and I wipe and I wipe. Still poop, still poop. It's like I'm wiping a marker. This is the best. Yes. Missile lock warning. Draw IELMRALE. Complete with chaff and flare dispensers. Imagine taking a bath or STH and suddenly hearing Mobius 1 missile, evade. Quote. Police radar warning. He took the hit in such a way as to minimize damage. I'll teach you how to do that when we get home. Blood alcohol content. BAC to boner maintenance ratio. I'm sober enough to know what I'm doing, and drunk enough to really enjoy doing it. Quote. Are you me? How much more dairy you can consume without having the next day consisting on sitting on the toilet. That's if I forget to take a lactate. None. My partner's favorite food ever is chicken Alfredo. He says the pills don't help him at all. He will force himself to toilet hell just for some damn Alfredo. Do the pills actually help you? How many do you have to take for it to work? I'm just sitting here thinking, is lactose intolerance really that common? Edit. I assume it's lactose intolerance based on the word lactate. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oye na oye. Time. Being able to see a description of objects. What song is currently being played? Health. Health bar starts steadily dropping. Other people's HP. You're going to need some points in the awareness feat for that. Imagine seeing somebody's number rapidly decrease out of nowhere and knowing something bad is about to happen. Subtitles in English for any person speaking would be swell. As a bonus, each person is assigned different color, asterisk, face and body readout. You know exactly what the other person thinks of you or your offer based on body language. Wait till someone puts on Ghost and jump scares you. Everyone like that, nobody like that. Rhett Teal Klebari. Name will remember that. Me, fuck. That would be so amazing. Maybe also something to tell you how likely you're to get away with persuading people. Me. Nobody liked that. 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 Your creepy neighbor like that. OS Karen will remember that. So, tell me about things you like. Shit, I can't find the walkthrough. Who doesn't write a walkthrough for the romance quests? Fuck. Books. I like books. Quote. Rebecca dislike that. Your crush will remember that. A compass. I wish we were taught to keep track of NESW from a young age like in some countries. So if someone ever says, yeah, it's in the north building, I wouldn't be like, You can just look at where the sun is. The sun goes from east to west. So if it's 12 p.m. and the sun is on one side of the sky, then you know that direction is west. That used to be the Boy Scouts' job. There's a belt that's equipped with a bunch of vibration motors and a compass. Whichever motor's closest to north vibrates at all times. After a while of wearing it, people stop noticing the vibrations, but also basically stop getting lost as long as the belt's still on. Once it's off, they get lost more easily than before. Do-a-t-t-b-e-e-t Anya Mio. See me Lele MTNTN. ECM Elam Aaron. TLE. Elm Avenue. Matt May LMLA. Language. So they use the cardinal directions instead. So everyone keeps a mental compass. It. E-I-A-I-O. The town I lived in had horribly named streets. There was a South N, like the letter, street that ran east-west and a SW 189th Avenue that was diagonal. We also had a 32.5-mile road the next. All in me. 1. A chart warning light indicator. Exclamation mark. But with really short notice. Calories burned. Calories consumed. Total distance traveled. Daily trip distance traveled. Blood. Alcohol content. Heart rate. Blood pressure. Organ functionality interface. Bowel movement timer. Energy levels. Your name, and where I ought to remember you from. This would be creepy. This is not Cheers. Everyone does not need to know my name. Altitude, airspeed, angle of attack, heading, artificial horizon for attitude and bank. Oh, sorry. You mean in real walking around life? Meh, pretty much the same. You are sure you don't need a helmet mounted sight? Or maybe radio altimeter? If I could get a red lock and target diamond for any nearby revenue warriors, that'd be great. JHMQS. Hot single mother near me. Volume UR Thai. Porn hit. You forgot to buy the premium HUD. Ammo counter. Username checks out. 9/0 master race. Hit your shots. Name and dimensions of objects in focus. Maybe some other important quantities too. Like hardness, electrical resistivity, weight, price, melting temperature, etc. Your location on a mini-map. It would be great for finding places and calling 911 if you're in the back of a van. Does this happen often? You know those stats in The Sims. Hunger, bladder, tired, etc. That. Seriously, a health bar. I'd like to know when that pain in my chest or when I have a serious headache if it's the big one. and it's close to my time, or if it's just a temporary pain and I'm being super dramatic about it. Pain has a terrible way of explaining the difference between I'm dying and I'm gonna be okay. It's just an inconvenience. This would be so useful. But imagine seeing it drop out of nowhere and knowing that something is going to happen to you. Those are status ailments, and would probably be listed separately. A health bar is for more. T-Vensalt 1 Mi-Yugo. Dirtiness, happiness, need to use the bathroom, financial stability, etc. Need to use the bathroom. How about location of nearest bathroom? That is my issue. I do not have an issue with knowing when I need to go. How about a green diamond floating on top of your head as well? Happiness, yeah sure, just add an empty bar. This makes me tired. 6. Hopefully some auxiliary sensors for things like target heart rate, temperature, threat assessment, etc. would be useful. For everything from avoiding a fight to picking up a girl. So basically Cyberpunk 2077. Health and magic levels. And status effects. Shrieva. Energy and horniness. Hope this screen isn't CRT. Erection angle 15 degrees. Shaft engorgement 69%. One of those stealth indicators. How many *CKS you still have left to give? Why would I need a display for just the number 0? Oh fucks remaining. Approximately minus 69 remaining fucks. AAA. Quite literally the HUD. Time to next poop. Would really let you plan out your day better. SYAS me. By Imanity. Thoughts on me, whether they are thinking positively or negatively of my words. My blood energy drink ratio. Please. Navigation directions. Especially on public transportation. I've lost the count of how many times I've slept through my stop. Also, I'm a diabetic, so being able to blood sugar and current insulin levels would be awesome. People's names just hanging above their heads. How many time I crossed paths with people. Basically The Sims hygiene, bladder, social, fun, hunger, energy. Also your skills and how close you are at leveling up, and your traits and relationship status with people. Which song is playing on Spotify? A bar showing my utter lack of interest in something. I guess it would look like the bloody screen in COD. Tutorial tips when starting something new. This would be extremely useful. Imagine having objectives given to you throughout the day. How productive all of us would be. Time, date, maybe an optional mini-map. For sure I'd want a list of objectives, and a window for my money, inventory. 1. Heartbeat, cuz. 2. The exact time down to the millisecond. 3. How much I actually need food. Basically a hunger meter. While I sleep I want to see some life facts like in RPG games. Single females near you and their location. Time you can still do stuff until your body will die from no sleep. How much time is still left for the cookies in the oven? You won't die from no sleep. There's a very interesting study on it, look it up. Russian sleep experiment. Fart meter, sneeze meter, rage meter, oxygen grade, fatigue meter. I can go on. Danger icon. An icon in the corner of your view that advises you whether the road you are taking is dangerous. Why the fuck is there a radiation symbol? Insert nuke sounds. Retardness level. And you're blind. I'd love to have a caloric intake and calories spent display, with a projected overall total. Same. Cab. A little Google search. A countdown timer to my death. Straight up in middle of my vision. So when I smile and pretend to be happy I can watch that timer and get a little bit of satisfaction knowing it will end. Dude, are you okay? Plot twist, the number 1 appears in your vision. But before you can react, you die. Compass. Number of times I've jerked off. Sounds nice until you have your whole vision obstructed by numbers. Health, energy, buffs. Compass, a mini-map, can show nearby stores, places to eat, points of interest, and other stuff. Can extend to full-sized map. can place nav markers that highlight the quickest route to it. English subtitle translations when in short range. Works with audio and visual. Shows current funds, current objective and things to do. Time until hungry. Honestly, a health bar because sometimes you don't know that something is killing you. Honestly, any kind of gauge or timer on bowel movement would be pretty handy. Batten. Cognitive load so I know when to cool it or when I'm slacking. Bladder gauge. Police locations. Basically anything saving you from a literal, shitty situation. Will to live. Clothing. If 1 a.m. wearing pants. Inventory of snacks. Bank account. How close the police are. What it's essential, and the more you upgrade it, the bigger the range and accuracy of how many is arriving. Hemoglobin and ferritin levels. Weed storage. And nutrient tracking. Inventory and crafting menu. Tolerance level gauge. Mini map. I would have a liquid warning light for my rectum so I'd know when it's safe to fart. My golden gun is ready. If lamb dying or not. Lots of ads. And HUD like The Sims would be awesome. Am I hungry? Or bored? Am I tired? Or do just need to poop? By a lard. Status, single, as a reminder that we're a lonely fuck. Want a range finder so it's a lot easier to sight my targets in my reticle. Thermometer in both normal and weather radar. So I know when someone is nearby. A nearest threat that would get interesting real quick. Names of people I've met along with a summary of my last interaction with them. Also, as a person with a mild chronic illness, approximate number of spoons I have left. Food, sleep, toilet, bars. Compass heading, bearing, distance to destination. Coordinates, time, date, K-percher, barometer, altimeter, wind speed, direction, position of teammates and enemies. Health bar, night vision, perk status and abilities. Also calories. Wet, crosshair, never grope for another doorknob again. Hit markers would be dope. Lol. Objective markers, you would never get lost again. Even better than TNST though. Dodge prompts. Oxygen. Status effects. It's be nice to know if I've been afflicted with a cancer debuff or even COVID. OAAYFEL AMA. Oh, subtitles would be wonderful. The usual north, south, east, west. Omni map where green dots are friendly people. Yellow dots are introverts. Red dots are crazies. Psychopaths. Criminals. Narcissists. Harmful people. Whenever you look at a person, a small box appears over their head that shows you whether or not this person is pleasant to engage with or not. Time, date, location, mini-map of half a kilometer radius, hunger and health. Indicators, to show you real friends and fake ones. I'd like to view stats like a hunger and thirst bar. Maybe some blood levels so I know what to eat. Time in a mini-map would be great. For navigation I'd like to get a waypoint with a path towards it. Also a tool for measuring distances. Elevation or air conditions like temperature or humidity. Breast sizes of all the women I see. Yes, I'm shallow. Engineer vision, an overlay that shows the atomic makeup of whatever you're looking at. Mini-map, oxygen blood levels, heart rate, stress levels, alcohol blood content, date and time, weather, temperature, calories in, out, body weight, body fat percentages and a notepad so I can literally have a photographic memory. Estimate of the time I can fall asleep at. Drinking a coffee makes it go up. Exercising or doing things to deliberately relax in the evening hours make it go down. How much water I've drank that day. I always forget to log my water intake and then have no idea how close I am to a good amount. Subtitles. Both translations and also native subtitles like when it's noisy or someone speaks quietly. Nutritional intake for the day. Possibly with suggestions. Something like warning. You are below your daily recommended intake of vitamin C for today. Eat an orange. Quote. Path generation to get through a crowd of people. Motion sensors for late at night. environmental decibel reader, or just a notification popping up telling you to put in earplugs once your environment hits a certain level. Your likelihood of randomly breaking down and crying is at. I do everything possible to not look at my overall HP bar because I'm sure it'd be on like 40% or something. How long it will take me to sleep if I go to bed right now, and the factors that affect that number. Return to desktop. Current kill count since I always lose track. I want a horniness detector. I want to be able to identify which women think I'm hot. The range can be wide and varied. Rose-colored for a girl that thinks I'm cute. Red for sexy. Black if they wanted to fuck. Off topic. Anybody know why I'm having input delay while typing? It's literally only on Reddit. More posts from the AskReddit community. 134K Bill Gates said, "I will always choose a lazy person to do a difficult job because a racy itlavnrce nan eee were letic arver lt realm mal irg."